to say hi.
Hello?
But no one's on.
Well, someone will get on soon. You gotta come over here. You can't even see yourself. Here.
Come
Where's
say
the
mine.
pop up?
I'm gonna pop up.
Only a few more minutes.
Okay. It is
See.
weak.
Hey, y'all.
How's your phone want to do that?
Because it's a messed up phone. Hey.
Hello?
You're like not even in
I gotta come around here.
it. Can y'all see us? Okay, good.
I can pull it up
Yeah,
in
why
here.
don't you pull it up there? It says our connection's weak. So everyone can see it. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Jacqueline. Okay. Does it sound... Hey, Angela. Does it sound, like, good? Because it says the connection's weak, so I can, like, take off Wi-Fi. Can y'all see us? Oh, yeah, turn it down. Is it weak? Is it good? Hey, Cassie. Okay, we're good? All right. Well, we'll get started, but Kinsley, my daughter, is still up, and she shouldn't be up. So she wants to say hi. Is that how it looks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Here it comes.
Hi.
Say hi and say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hi, babe. Love you.
Love you, babe.
Love you.
Okay. Hey, guys. This is exciting. Yes, everyone's good right now. Okay, good. Tell me if it gets really bad, and then I'll get off Wi-Fi, and we'll just use the internet. This is Chris. Y'all
Hello.
haven't seen him yet.
I'm just the voice in the background.
We just wanted to answer some questions that y'all might have about joining LuLaRoe. And it's so exciting. And so we're just going to get into it. I'll introduce ourselves. Well, y'all know me. I'm Elizabeth. Chris. We met. Hey, Hannah. Now I'm all nervous. Hannah's on here. We met. Well, we've been married for 13 years. We met on a blind date.
Blind dates work for us.
Was it... This couple is a powerhouse couple. They're rocking. Thank you, Hannah.
Thanks, Hannah.
Yay! We do really good. How long ago did we meet? In
We met
October.
October 20th, 2001.
So 15 years ago. It'll be 15 years in October that we met. We met on a blind date, and we dated for a year and a half, and then we got married. And we have two beautiful children, Kinsley and Owen, and that's us. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to first start off with my why. LuLaRoe's big on explaining your why and why you do things and why it's such a important, your why is so important. To be honest, it's kind of embarrassing. My why was the money. I mean, I'm going to just be honest.
Was.
Yeah, was the money. But that's why I started because Hannah, my sponsor, she started and...
We're cutting out.
Oh, are we cutting out? Am I cutting out with y'all? Yes, no, maybe so? Here. Okay.
Okay.
Can y'all see me now? Thumbs
Let's try
up?
that.
I took us off Wi-Fi, so hopefully it works. Okay, so that was why our why was. We started out, well, I started out, okay, good. I started out first, you're good now. Okay, good. Wi-Fi stinks.
It's your phone.
We gotta get better connection, or maybe,
Your phone.
no, it's not my phone. Okay, to be honest, it was the money. That's why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to, okay, good, thanks. I just wanted to make more money. And so I was like, this is, good night, Kens. This is why I wanted to do it. Because I was like, I'm going to make more money and I'm going to help because I like to spend money. So I just wanted to make more money. So that's why I started off. And then it just kind of turned into this big thing about me wanting to like help other people. And I get a big satisfaction of helping other people succeed. And even if it's... Oh, thanks, Hannah. Yeah, we should get we have good internet. I don't know what the deal is. But that's what it turned into. Like my why now is I truly do want to help other people. And if I can use that money to help other people, actually today I was talking to my mom about, a girl that can't go to college right now. And that, it just dawned on me that I would love to help pay for people to be able to go to college, because I think education's super important, and it stinks sometimes if you can't afford it. So just helping people succeed in life, that's what my why is now. And it stinks that money, you have to have money to make that happen. But that's my why is, and I'm super excited that I can help others. And LuLaRoe has taught me to be not so selfish and not so thinking about me all the time. So I'm really grateful and really happy for that. So that's where we're at. Hey, Sarah. Okay. So we're just going to, I wrote some questions down that y'all asked me. Hey, Anna. And then I'm going to go through them. And then if there's any other questions that I don't answer that y'all want me to answer, look at that. Sliding down, that y'all want us to answer, we'll answer, okay? All right. We started selling LuLaRoe in February. I think it was the second to last week in February. I think it was like February 19th. We kind of argued about today when we started, but
I laugh because our second pop-up, I was going down to our basement where we have our inventory to go check out some material on a Lindsay, and I fell down our stairs and I broke my leg.
He did.
Pretty seriously, and some of the originals that might be on here may remember that, but that was not a fun experience.
No, and I was like, oh my gosh, we are going to fail. This is our second week in, and I'm sitting in the hospital because he stayed 2 nights in the hospital, and it happened like the night of one of our pop-ups, and it was our second pop-up, and I'm like, we're going to fail. We're not going to have any money. All of our investment is gone. It was very tragic. But it ended up being fine. You know, we lived. We
got through it.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so we started in February, and it's in August, and we're still going strong. One of your questions was, how did we pick a... and he's kept going. Yeah, I did. How did... we pick a sponsor. My sponsor's my best friend, Hannah. But the reason why I picked her, not just because she's my best friend, is she was succeeding. And so I wanted somebody that succeeded in this business, and I wanted somebody that was wanting big things to happen in this business. And she had big dreams, and she wanted a lot to come out of it. It wasn't just this side job she wanted to do. She had goals, and she made them realities, and she made me realize that they can be realities for us. Let's be honest, when I first signed up, I told Hannah, I said, listen, if we can make $1,000 extra a month, I would be over the moon excited and happy. I would be like, that's all I want. That's all I want. We started in February. We went, and we were making that times 18. I mean, we've done, the past 3 months, we've done crazy numbers. And I never wanted that in the beginning. That wasn't my goal. My goal wasn't to make $18,000 one month or cruise qualify. That wasn't even in my, dreams of it. I just want to do $1,000 extra a month. That's it. And it kind of snowballed into this big, great thing. And so that's what I chose. That's why I chose my sponsors, because she had goals that I wanted for myself, and I knew she could help me get there because she did it. So she can give me the insight that she had to help that succeed. Let's see. Did I earn my money back that I put in? Yes, I did. That by tons and tons and tons. And how long did I earn it back? I earned it back in the first 2 weeks, but everybody's different. Some people take longer, some people take shorter. It just depends on you. But I did earn my money back, and I earned it back pretty fast. The one thing great about us is we didn't really have to pay. We borrowed it from ourselves, so I didn't have to pay it back to somebody. So I had the opportunity that I could just reinvest everything that we got. And that's what we've done. We've reinvested everything into the company. Once I turned my mindset of, oh, this is just some side thing where I'm having clothes in my house that I'm shipping off. Once I turned my mindset going, no, this is my business. This is a business that we're doing. It kind of got exciting. And it kind of got more to me where I thought, oh, we need to invest in our business. This is more than just like, an in-home thing to me. It's a business that we're a part of. So that's what I've done. I've reinvested everything. But, you don't have to do that. If you need to pay it back as soon as you can take a little bit out each week and pay that back. That's very doable, and that's very okay. I know a lot of people that have done that, and that's fine too. The one thing great about LuLaRoe, and I'll probably say it a million times, is you can decide what you want to do and do it. It's your thing. So what works for you is what you will do. We kind of do crazy things sometimes, and because it works for us, and we have goals that we set each week, and whatever it takes to get those goals, we're going to do it. So, but that's not for everybody, and that's fine. That's the one thing great about LuLaRoe is you have your own goals, you make your own things happen, and you go for it. Do we do in-home or online or both? We do both. To be honest, we did it wasn't an in-home, it was in a school. It was my daughter's school 2 weeks ago. And we, Eric, I'll answer that in just a second. It was a lot of work. We only took maybe a quarter of our inventory to the school.
Well, she did most of it.
Yeah, he did nothing.
I was working.
He was working.
my other job.
Yeah, and that's another question. Do we still have jobs? Chris still has a full-time job because, I freak out over everything. I'm like, no, you will not quit your job. He still has his full-time job, and I, for the most part, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I work part-time at my dad's dental office just to help fill in, and I still have that. So we haven't, totally eliminated other income. But I took a quarter of our inventory. It was work. I packed everything in bags. I took my racks. I did everything. I set everything up. I was a sweaty mess. But necessarily, I didn't sell as much as I would have sold online. But I did. Everybody that bought has never worn LuLaRoe before. So that's great. And so I told myself, you know what? I need to do more of these. I need to do more where I'm reaching out to people that don't know about LuLaRoe because it was so exciting because they got excited and they're like, oh my gosh, this makes me feel so beautiful. My son's kindergarten teachers are wearing them when I go drop them off, and they just talk about how comfy and they love it. And so it's exciting. It's exciting to feel that way because I remember back when I first started wearing LuLaRoe a couple years ago, I just loved it. And so it's nice to let other people feel that too. Yes, that's when you get real loyal customers because, and that's why I think in-homes are good. And so I even told Chris, I said, okay, we got new goals coming up. September, we're booking at least 2 or 3 of these in-home pop-ups. They're going to be work, and it's going to be hard because I'm going to have to get my butt up and out and stuff in the car and all that. But I really think that's what we need to do. So, but for the most part, 90% of it is online. What is your goal each week? Okay,
She did this week, didn't she? What was your goal this week?
Oh, this week? We try to do between 3,000 to 5,000 a week. This week we kind of killed it. We did about 7,300 this week. So we're really happy how this week's turned out. It's not that's not every week's not like that. 1 week it could be 2,000, 1 week it could be 3,000. We set a minimum goal and we go for it. Like in the very beginning, like I told you, my goal was just $1,000 a month. What's that?
And we thought that was
insane.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, $1,000 a month. And so what our minimum goal was $250 a week. And I told myself I'm setting this minimum goal and we got to make it happen. And then it just kind of went crazy. And I'm like, oh crap, we got to raise our goals. We got to set higher goals. And And
That was some help with Hannah, too. Hannah was pushing us to set higher goals.
Yeah, our sponsor did.
Yeah.
She was like, listen, y'all got it. You can do it. And I'm like, I don't know. My confident level was like, yeah. And side note, that's another thing great about LuLaRoe is I have gained so much confidence in myself. Y'all don't realize when I do those Facebook Lives, I have to give myself a pep talk before. I'm like, I got this, because it freaks me out. Like, even before this, I was telling Chris, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do it. I'm so scared. Because, like, I come across as an extrovert, but inside I'm an introvert. I'm really scared. So,
I'd never believe it.
I know, because I try to act like I'm the center of all the attention, and it really freaks me out. So, guys, sorry, my contacts. I'm not crying; they're just like drying out. So, anyways, I don't even know where we're going from there. Oh, setting goals. So that's why we set goals, and I'm kind of scared because if we keep on having weeks like we did this past week, that means our goals are going to have to be higher, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But, thanks, Cassie. You're awesome, too. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing when you succeed. One of the questions, and I didn't write it on my list, was, do we feel like since Facebook has cracked down on different policies and they've kind of made things difficult, has our sales decreased? Our sales in the last 3 months have been the highest they've ever been. And they always say summer month sales stink. You know, everybody in LuLaRoe talks about the summer month sales going down. Ours have increased. And I don't know, we're nothing like different than the next person. So obviously we know what we're doing. And I think I have the attitude where I'm like, no, I am not going to let this change. I'm going to continue doing what we're doing and go from there. Oh, sorry guys, are we like sliding down? Okay. How often do we order? We order once a week. To be honest, when the Carly's launched, I ordered like 6 or 7 times a week. Every time. Okay, side note. Okay, we decided we got to put a budget on our inventory because I have a shopping habit, like addiction, and LuLaRoe came, and I became a consultant, and that kind of curbed my shopping addiction because I got to shop online for all of y'all. So I was like, oh, this is great. I get to shop online. I can't even.
How does the sponsorship work? Do they get a cut of your
Okay,
profits?
I'll answer that question. Oh, what's the limit? Or just a bonus from getting. Okay, I'll answer that question in a second. So it kind of curved my shopping addiction. I wasn't buying clothes for me personally, but I still got to shop. And I didn't go on a budget. And so I was spending like money like crazy. And Chris gets a notification on his phone every time I buy inventory from LuLaRoe. And so it was the beginning of June, and I said, Chris, darn it, we have got to go on a budget. I mean, I'm like, I promise, we're only going to spend, I don't know, $2,000-$3,000 a week on inventory. I promise. And he's like, okay, Elizabeth, you got to do it. And I'm like, I'm doing it. And then the 4th of July stuff came out. And then I spent,
I was skeptical of that. She spent a lot on the 4th of July.
I think I bought like
well.
I think I bought like $4,500 in 4th of July stuff. And so I had to call him, and I'm like, and he goes, I already saw it. And I'm like, but Chris, it's gonna sell. I know it. And he's like, you better be right. And I'm like, and this was
I was scared with that one.
And this was our first holiday like buying stuff to see if they'd sell. Because I think we got the Mommy and Me stuff, and those sold, but we didn't buy tons, so we didn't know. And our 4th of July went crazy. Like I think it was like in 4 hours we sold like 9,300, and it was crazy. $9,300 worth of inventory, and I mean that's not normal. That's not normal, and even us, we know that might not happen again. And so, but it was insane, and I even told Chris, like, during the sale, I told him, I'm like, I think we were like 5 or 6 hours in, I'm like, you have to shut it down. You have to turn our albums off, because I could not keep up. There were so many sales. It was exciting, and it was fun, but overwhelming. And that's part of ordering. I don't normally order that much. I have gone a little crazy with Carly's because I'm in love, and every time they pop up, I'm scared that they're going to go out of stock again, so I order as many as I can. I think one time I ordered 20 in each size.
And you guys love them too.
Yeah,
thanks.
so, thank y'all for buying them. They're out of stock right now, but as soon as they come up, I'm gonna order some more. But I promise, I told Chris, September's my month. I'm gonna stay on budget. I promise I'm going to. We'll see. Unless, because they're gonna come out with Halloween leggings. I know they will. And then I'll be like ordering like crazy because I love holiday leggings. Okay, Brittany, how does a sponsorship work? Do you get a cut? I do not get any money from what y'all sell. Which that's
Teammates.
why,
Yeah,
like the people that are on my team, I don't get any money for what you sell, which this is what I love about LuLaRoe. And I've talked to other people in other, like, what are they? Multi-level, like, companies and stuff. And they've even noticed that this is amazing with LuLaRoe. I just get a percentage of what you purchase from the company. So that's it. And it's nothing that you pay me. It's a check that LuLaRoe sends me. And that just covers pretty much all my mentoring and helping y'all out and giving y'all all the great ideas and training and calls and all that stuff. But it doesn't come out of your pocket, which when Hannah told me that, I was like, that's awesome, because you don't feel like I'm personally doing all this work and she's getting a part of it. Even though I love Hannah to death and I'd give her a part of it. But that's what I loved about it. It's the company that pays your sponsor, not you. So that's a bonus, I think. Anyways, I think that's another thing that kind of sold me on the company. Okay, how much was our investment? That was a big amount of questions. Our onboarding package, and I think they just started.
Yep.
When we signed up in February, I think the onboarding package was just oh, thanks, Michelle. Michelle is my very first LuLaBee, and she's so awesome. I love it. You get 5% of your direct supplies from LuLaRoe. You get 3% second level. Okay,
Thanks, Hannah.
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. When we first signed up with LuLaRoe, I think they just started doing the onboarding packaging. Before, you could just pick and choose kind of like what you want. So our onboarding package was, we looked it up, it was $5,096. And that's how much we paid LuLaRoe to sign up. And then
it was about 320 pieces, is that?
Yeah. It's about,
somewhere in that range.
Somewhere around,
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly.
Of all the different styles and sizes.
Yeah. And it's kind of, what the onboarding packages are now, it's kind of roughly what we had. I think we got Lindsay's, Nicole's, I think Madison's were our free item. Cassie's, Irma's, I can't remember everything.
Seems so long ago now.
I know. February seems forever ago. And we've ordered so much since then. But, and then there's the other stuff. And I am all about numbers, and I'm all about wanting to be prepared. And so this other stuff freaked me out. And so Hannah's like, oh, it's just $5,000 to sign up. I'm like, no. What about the hangers? And what about the racks? And what about that printer thing that you got to print out those labels on? And do I need this? Do I need that? And Hannah had this very nice little list printed out of everything we needed. And I went in and just started adding it all up. And it came to about $800 to $1,000. And you don't have to buy it all at once. You don't have to have the racks all at once. You don't have to have the hangers all at once. The label printer for the shipping, I highly recommend. If it cost $1,000, I would spend $1,000 on it. But I think it's about $200, and you can sometimes find it on sale. But that one is a must, because we print all of our shipping labels in our basement and put them on the nice packages, and then I just go to the post office, and we live in a very small town. And someone asked about small towns. We live in a small town. And the little post office guy, I have to walk into the post office. I can't. Some big post offices you can pull around back. No, not ours. I got to walk in, carry my bags, and I dump them on the counter, and I wave bye. And he just loves me because we bring them business. So he's happy. So that's what we do. But so roughly we spent about $6,000 in the beginning. And like I said, we made that back the first 2 weeks, but you got to also remember that you need to buy more inventory, and so it's a little bit slower to pay it fully off, but you just got to decide in the beginning, okay, I'm going to put half of it back into the company, and half I'm going to pay my investment off. So you just have to decide that way.
What's about business cards?
Oh yeah, we get business cards. There's a place called LuLaRoe Customs that does them. We do business cards and we do care. They're like thank you cards, but they also have all the care instructions. I feel like I need to be covered if someone. Oh, it's like my contacts are so dry. Sorry guys. Like it shows all the care instructions and our exchange policy on it. So I always feel like we need to cover that just in case someone messes their item up and I could be like, oh, we told you how to take care of it. So it just covers the basis. So yeah, we do those two things. And how much do we spend on those? It's like 100?
Yeah.
It just depends how much you buy at once.
In bulk, yeah.
Yeah, and of course how many sales you do, that determines how much business cards you're handing out or care cards you're handing out. Because we put a business card and a care card in every package we send. Is there a price different to sign up now than in February? Yeah, I think we looked it up just now, and the current package now is $5,355, and
that's for 315 pieces.
315 pieces. So it might be more pieces than what we got. Like I said, we don't remember how many pieces we got, but that's how much the current package is right now. Okay, yeah, Michelle, you paid about that. Okay. Okay. How many hours a week do we put in? Well,
that you can decide yourself. We're trying to hustle and do well, so we probably put in between 20 and 25 a week. Mm-hmm. And I guess that's combined.
Yeah. Now, that big sale we talked about in June for the 4th of July, of course, that week was probably a 40-hour week.
Yeah. Because
we had so many orders. So it varies. It varies with how many sales I'm doing. It varies with if I'm doing an in-home or if I'm going somewhere. But like I said at the beginning, you decide. You decide how much time you want to put in. If you want X amount of dollars a month, you'll know how many hours that takes. I mean, if we did half of what we make now, and we joke about this all the time. We're like, okay, we're going to cruise qualify, and as soon as we cruise qualify, we're going to take it back a notch because we need a break. We're going to just take it back a notch. And Chris laughs at me because he's like, come on, are we really going to do that? So we cruise qualified, and we haven't taken it back a notch.
No.
Because we're addicted. Oh my gosh, we're so addicted.
And just like what Hannah posted, said if you do want to be successful at it, you got to treat this as a business and work it like a business.
Yeah.
So not just some part-time frill type job, but treat it like a business, and your customers treat them well. That's spot on, Hannah.
Yeah, and we're just the type of people that we I don't know. I think we both grew up with parents that taught us how to work hard, and so my dad always told me nothing you get comes easy. If it's too good to be true, it's not true. And so when I first heard about LuLaRoe, I'm like, that's too good to be true. It's not true. It's not true, because that seems like easy money. And then once we got into it, we realized, you know what? It is kind of easy money, but we work our booties off for it. But the reward of it is like so worth everything we've done. So it's really good. What happens to the inventory that doesn't sell? Well, to be honest, I mean, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but it sells.
It eventually sells.
Okay, we have some pieces that we've had since February, and we're like, oh, this is never going to go. I had this one piece that had like a really loud print all over it, and it wasn't my style, which is fine. You know, everything's not everyone's style. And I'm like, we are never going to get rid of this. We're going to have to like just give it away. You know, what are we going to do? And then I was in a sale 2 weeks ago, and a lady bought it, and she said she has been looking for this print. It's her unicorn, and she cannot wait to get it, and wanted to know if I had any solid color leggings, which everyone says solids are hard to sell, that would match it. Oh my gosh, I just made, what's that, 30, 40, $60 right there on a print that I thought would never move. I was just like, and then I was sad to see it go, because I'm like, it's been hanging with me since February, you know? But it went off to a new, and then now it's being worn, so I'm so excited.
So
it sells.
Yes, that was our question too with other consultants. What about the stuff you don't sell? And they said it eventually sells. And I was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it really does. you keep advertising it, and it'll sell.
It will sell. And we recently, one of actually our she's on the team with me. She's a LuLaBee. She's one of Hannah's teammates. She just recently came to my house, and we got to swap inventory, which was great because I got to see new stuff. She got to see new stuff, and so and that's someone asked a question about having too many sponsors in one spot. You know, if that's oversaturated or something. But really, it's a benefit to you. I mean, not a sponsor, consultant. It's a benefit for you to be a consultant to have people live by. Because I got to get rid of a lot of my doubles, and she did the same, and so it's almost like I got 2 or 3 new boxes of inventory that I didn't even have to buy because I already had stuff, so it was really good. Can you order more than your initial package? Yes, we did, and we did that. We could afford it, so we did it. So we ordered our initial package, and then 2 days later, but you could technically do it, I think, as soon as you get access to Audrey, you can do it.
What's Audrey?
Oh, Audrey is where we do everything. That's the place we invoice through, we order through, we do, y'all know what Audrey is. Y'all seen Audrey. So that's what we did. We ordered right away. And we can help you. We help our team to decide what's the next items they need. Because you're kind of like a deer in headlights in the beginning. You're like, I don't know what's going to sell. I don't know. But, we'll help you. We know. We have an idea, at least. Yes. That's what we said, Hannah. Hannah's right on. Treat it like a business.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. How do we take pictures? Okay, we have a fancy, nice... Yeah, well, yeah. But we have like a really expensive, nice camera, and I'm like, oh, this is great. We're going to use the camera. We go down and we start taking pictures, and we realize this is a mess because it just did not work well. So we use our iPhone, and it's super easy.
And we didn't buy that for LuLaRoe. We've had that for it's
our
DSLR,
camera. Yeah, we've had it for a while, but Chris.
It was just so much easier to take them on my iPhone and just transfer them to the computer, and I keep them in folders by the style and the size, and so it's easy to upload in the different albums when we post to Facebook or post to different locations. So it's just, that's the easiest way now. Some people may take it on a nice fancier camera, but for us it was just very easy to do it on the cell phone.
Yeah, and it's super easy.
Yeah, our iPhone has a really good camera, and so they come out pretty good.
Yeah, so that one's easy.
And we have a light kit. We have 3 lights that we bought downstairs, like $50 off Amazon. It has the umbrellas.
It's really cheap.
Looks really professional, but it wasn't very expensive, and that helps with the lighting. So we get a good a product.
Yeah, and we get when people come over and do shop from our basement. It's so funny because they're like, "Wow, y'all are professional with those lights," and I'm like, "We are fooling everyone."
All right, so here's Hannah's question.
Oh.
She said, "So how did you get your husband onboarded or on board?" She hears this question a lot. So.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to have my own business. I work in corporate America, and I've always wanted to do something on my own. And same with Hannah's husband. I'm very good friends with Hannah's husband. Some of you may know him as Mikey Bear. But we've always talked about doing business together, inventing something. And so he was doing this with Hannah. And I know Hannah was talking to Elizabeth about it, and I was kind of skeptical. Yeah, I didn't really understand the business model. Thought, okay, we're going to sell clothes, kind of like Avon or Mary Kay. Everyone has the same stuff. And once I started talking to Mike about it and the uniqueness of LuLaRoe, and then he was showing me some of his spreadsheets and what they're selling on a weekly basis, and just really picking his brain. I trust Mike a lot, and I don't think that he would steer me wrong. And he convinced me based on not just because we're friends, but just by the logic behind it. First, the business model that LuLaRoe has, of the uniqueness of the amount of designs they put out, and then how well Mike and Hannah were doing, and like Elizabeth said, that wasn't our goal to do what they were doing on a weekly basis. Our goal was $1,000 a month, and we thought that was way up here. So I'm very risk averse, and but that information that Mike gave me and the business model is what really turned me on to want to invest, and I'm very happy I did it. I'm just sad that we didn't do it earlier. It would have been a lot more fun if we had started earlier, but we've been having fun ever since.
Yeah, and I'm really glad that Chris got on board.
And I have 2 Ys. I have an Apple addiction.
he likes to spend money
No.
just like I like to spend money.
No, but I haven't told her this, but I've thought this. If something happens to me,
Aw.
she has something we wouldn't have to sell the house. This would be something that she could maintain and keep the lifestyle that we have with doing LuLaRoe. So it's kind of a protection for us.
Aw, thanks, baby. Yeah, I never thought about that. It is kind of a safety for us because he does make a lot more money than I do doing his job compared to my little part-time job. So that's another good thing that, you are, I can survive and, well, no, I wouldn't survive. That'd be terrible. Okay, you made it really
Financially,
sad.
sorry.
Darn, I
Okay,
don't have
answer
to talk
that
about
question,
that
then
stuff.
we
Y'all
can change the subject.
change the subject. My gosh. When you swap inventory, would you do it with consultants not on your team? And would you recommend your sponsor being close to you? Okay. Sorry, my contacts, Chris. Yeah, they don't have to be on your team. I mean, I think the culture of LuLaRoe, to be honest, is for all of us to help each other. That's what I love about it. I don't feel like I'm in competition with anybody, and I want other people to succeed. So if I see somebody that wants an item or they're in search of one and they contact me and they're like, oh, I really want this as my unicorn. And I'm like, hold on, I'll help you find it. And I go to a bunch of pages that are not on my team and ask people if they have it. And I say, if you do, I have a customer for you because I literally want that person to get that item.
Okay.
And I don't feel like if I send her off over there that she's not going to come back to me, And so that's what I love about LuLaRoe is we all work together. It's not a cutthroat. No. And I went to convention in July, and I'm telling you, all those ladies were crazy, and everyone loved everyone, and it was, oh, look at you, you look so cute, and so it's nothing like that. So yeah, I don't mind doing that. Sponsor close to you? Okay, well, I live in Georgia, if you can't tell with the accent, and Hannah, my sponsor, is in Utah. So, no, they do not have to live near you.
And I don't have the accent because I'm from Los Angeles, so
He's from
we somehow
California.
met.
So, no, they don't have to be physically near you at all. And I don't know if there's been one time, well, Hannah's my best friend, so I want her near me, and I would love for her to live, like, next door to me. But I don't think there's been a time where I needed her at my house being a sponsor. We do a lot of team calls or a lot of FaceTime. Video chats. So we see each, like, kind of like this, but we're both talking to each other. She walks us through. She takes my computer on, like I could see her computer. She could show me how to do things. So we could all do that online. And there hasn't been an issue with it at all where, I would need her to actually come to my house and, show me how things are. Oh, I take my phone and do FaceTime and show her everything that I'm doing. I know she probably dreads my phone calls sometimes. How do you decide on who to go with as your sponsor? I like that. I feel like that's important. It is important. Hannah and I, we've been, I'm 34, and we've been best friends since I was...
34.
Oh, whatever, you're 37. He's old. We've been best friends since we were, I was 14, 13. We kind of argue about the age. So, I know her. I know my personality's like her. So I recommend getting someone that you can work with personality-wise. I recommend getting someone that you can, that wants you to succeed and that kind of has the same goals as you. If you want to succeed and you have goals that you want to meet, go with somebody that can help you reach those goals. If you want to be successful, go with a sponsor that's successful. If you want, that was my goal, I knew Hannah was successful in it. So I was like, I need to go with someone that's successful. And I'm telling you, in the beginning, our goal was $1,000 and to never get a team. I was like, I don't want that.
Neither one of us.
And then all of a sudden we started doing amazing and awesome. And I'm like, I have to tell people how to do this, So that's why my why turned into helping people succeed. So this is my why. I want people to have what I have. If I'm telling you, Chris and I tell each other all this time, we are not anything special. I mean, direct sales, never. We are not
We're not
salespeople.
salespeople at all.
We are terrible.
We make
at
fun
it.
of our good friend who is.
Yes, we're just not good at it. And so I'm like, what are we doing? We're signing up to sell and we're not good at it. And then all of a sudden we are now. We can't deny it. We're good at it now. And so that's why I want to share it. I want to let everyone see how great they can be. Oh, you're fine.
No worries.
No worries. Okay. Let's see. Team signups. Can you sign up as a team? We do on our team, on my team, LuLaBees. We have 2 sisters and a mama that are together, and they signed up as under one person. So you could do teams, and they're successful.
And
so
our sponsor has some
a few
teammates
teams
that
too.
work together. Yeah.
And you break up the responsibilities. So if you consider like LuLaRoe by LazyBee, it's under my name, Elizabeth, but Chris and I are a team. He has responsibilities and I have responsibilities. And so we work well together as a team. So if you have like a sister or a friend, you just divide up your responsibilities and you can work great together as a team.
And Hannah has some that aren't even in the same state. They're teammates and they're across the country.
Yeah.
And they make it work.
And you could do that where one could be invoicing and putting all the information in, and the other one that has the inventory can pull it and ship it. So you can divide up responsibilities. Yep. I mean, it's really doable. If your sponsor and you end up not getting along, can you switch? Well, it's very hard.
They really discourage it.
And they strongly discourage it. But I think I've heard of it happening. It just takes forever, and it's a headache. So try to pick somebody that you'd want to stick with.
That's why it's important to pick a sponsor.
Yeah, that's why it's important. Do you think
Mike?
Do we think it's saturated? No, we don't.
LuLaRoe put out a graphic not too long ago, and they were comparing LuLaRoe with, can I say the other companies on here?
I guess.
With 31 bags, with Avon, with Mary Kay, and there's a few others in there. What, the eyeshadow?
Oh, Unique.
Unique was in there. And it showed the amount of consultants that they had compared to the other consultants. And LuLaRoe had 1, and then they showed 31 had about 10 consultants compared to our 1. And then you get up to Mary Kay, and there was like 50 or 100 consultants to the 1 that LuLaRoe has. So kind of translating that, Mary Kay is very successful. They all sell the same product. Avon
same makeup,
is very
same
successful.
eyeshadow.
I think my aunt is still selling Avon, and that she's been doing it for I think 30 or 40 years. And everyone sells the same product, and they're still strong. They're being successful, and with the uniqueness of LuLaRoe and their business model, they're very, very, very far from even hitting saturation. And with the product and their business model of everything kind of being a unique limited edition, everyone has different product. So if you don't find it in our inventory, you can go somewhere else and find it in your size and their inventory. So it's not saturated at all, and not even close to being saturated.
Mm-mm. And I remember at convention they were talking about how the clothing market is so huge and wide. Like there's so much potential there. We would need over 100,000 consultants to even come close to being saturated. And we're only it's probably over 25 now, or 26,000. So we're very little for only being a 3-year company. Other companies had so many more consultants before then, and I can't tell you how many Mary Kay people there are out there that are around me, and they all sell the same stuff. And that's what's kind of cool is because the girl that I was talking about that we did a inventory swap, she had nothing that I had. And I had nothing that she had. And we could have ordered the same week or so it's really great. It's awesome. Okay. Hey, sissy. Okay. Let's see. How much space do you need? Not much. It just depends how you want to display your stuff. If you want to put them on racks and hangers, you need some space to have your racks. If you don't have that space, there are people out there that live in 1-bedroom apartments, and they put them in Tupperwares and fold them up and put them really nicely after they take pictures and put them back up and label the Tupperwares and slide them under their bed or put them on the side of their bed. You don't have to have... I think there's an idea of this huge LuLaRoe room that you need.
It'd be ideal, but
yeah, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I mean, people do it out of small spaces all the time. They have a backdrop that they just put up just to take pictures. They take the pictures and then close it back up and put it neatly away. You don't have to have an enormous amount of room. That's what's really great about it. If we could start over, would we do anything different?
I should start earlier.
Yes. That would
see.
be my big thing is, okay, Hannah started in November, and she called me, and, well, I think before she called me, she's like, I think I'm going to start LuLaRoe. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are you crazy? I'm like, that's so expensive. How do you're going to do that? And she's like, yeah. And so she started. And she's like, this is crazy. And each week I was, good luck on your sales. And she's like, thanks. And then around Christmas, she's like, this is kind of crazy, Elizabeth. And I'm like, no, it's not for me. It's not for me. And then January, I remember she called me and she's like, listen, you have to do it. It's crazy. It's work, but I just feel like you're going to be successful at it. And I was like, really? And I was like, well, Hannah, I need an out. And she's like, okay. If you fail, then I'll buy your inventory from you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, there's my out. And I'm like, if I fail, and LuLaRoe does buy your inventory back if you do fail. I think there's like a restocking fee. So you're not completely out your whole investment. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I told Chris, and Chris knows how I'm obsessive over money and how it stresses me out. So he's like, well, if you think we're okay with it, let's do it. And so I signed up. And now it's August, and I'm thinking, dadgummit, why didn't I sign up in November with Hannah? So I wish I would have signed up sooner. That's my biggest regret.
And anything else? I don't know of anything else that we would do
Different. I know probably in about 4 or 5 months from now, I'll be like, I wish I wasn't so scared of doing Facebook Live.
Yeah, maybe start Facebook Live sooner.
Yeah, because it's not that scary once I get started, because y'all are so sweet and nice to me. It's just, I don't know why I'm so scared looking at myself on camera. Okay. How computer savvy must you be? Oh, I'm zero. Zero computer savvy.
So she...
Computers hate me. Hate me.
Yeah. I would do all the computer stuff, and so I was doing a lot of... So I use Google Sheets. It's like Excel to track our inventory. And so I was using all that, and I was doing a lot of the work, and I was staying up late because she wasn't doing that. I was doing it on my computer. She didn't have a computer at the time. Actually, she did, just never used it. And so it was an older laptop. And so I got her a laptop so she could start helping out and take some of the burden off of me. And not... You have to be so technical, but just all the little, when someone comments sold, we put it in our inventory tracker to say the name, the email, what they got, the size they got, and then we track it if they've paid, if it's been shipped. And so I wanted her to help me with that. And so it's really just typing in that information into a spreadsheet, if that's what you want to use. That's what we use. And you don't have to use that. You can use something else. And then the other piece of it is in the Audrey system, is invoicing the customers, and all that is selecting a couple little dialog boxes of saying they want this medium Carly, and then put shipping on there, and you put their name and their email in there and send them the invoice. And then once they've paid, you print out a shipping label. We use a company called Shipping Easy, and it really is easy. Just put in their name and their address, and hit print, and it prints the label out. Slap the label on the package, and you're good to go. So it's not very technical. There's just some steps in there that it's easy to keep track on a computer. I personally would recommend doing it on a computer over an iPad or a tablet, or maybe your Windows tablet is more of a computer than an iPad, but I would recommend doing it on a computer. But that's my personal preference. You probably talk to others, and they're fine doing it on an iPad or something else. But I'm the computer. And
the thing that I give to my people that sign up underneath us and that are on our team, I take in heart, and I automatically assume they're just like me and they have no clue with computers. So I make sure they know exactly every detail that, like, I make Chris teach them like he would teach me.
Do training videos.
Yeah, we do training videos, and our Google our inventory spreadsheet, we give access to our people on our team, so they don't even have to create their own. It's all made for them. We do training videos in Audrey and show them to walk through how to make a sale, and he just recently did a video of shipping easy and how to walk through that. So because I'm telling you, if I can do it, oh my gosh, anyone can. Because computers hate me. They really do. One time he tried to teach me how to do Excel, and I was on there for like 2 hours. And I think it wasn't like far into our marriage because I wouldn't put up with it now. And it was like 2 hours, and he was like, I'm like, Chris, dadgummit.
This is a mouse. This is a button.
I know, but I was like, it would have just been easy if you would have done it for me and would have gotten through it. But the Google Tracker, invoicing, all that, I know how to do, and it's super easy. And if I could say it's easy, anyone can do it. It really is easy. Anyone can do it. Yeah. Aw, thanks. You love my Facebook Live. I'm scared doing them. Okay. Oh, then sell LuLaRoe. I'm telling you, if you want to, it is the time to sign up.
Do it.
Just do it. I know that's the one thing we wish we would have done.
It's a lot of fun too.
I mean, Chris has fun, and I'm trying to get him on Facebook Live, but
I'll be on Facebook Live more.
See,
I compare myself to, if you've seen Mike. Mike is funny not going, or if you've seen Paul. Mm-hmm. Paul is amazing. So I'm comparing to that caliber, and I don't have that. So we'll see.
He's himself, and that's all that's important. I know the money, but you know what? Okay, there's different ways. We actually got a credit card, and we buy everything on our, it's a Chase card because we earn airline points for Southwest Airlines. It's the best point thing we can get. And anyways, we flew to San Diego to visit friends in California, and all of our tickets were paid for because of the points we earned with LuLaRoe. So there's benefits of getting a credit card. So if you can get a credit card and put it on the credit card and just pay it off each month like we do, that's great. There's different companies you can go get money from. There's one that starts with an A. I can't remember the name of it. But there's Lending Tree. There are different places that you can go if you can't get a credit card. You can go get small loans. And then just pay it back as soon as you can. I mean, if your goal is to build inventory and reinvest everything like us, and you can't do it at the first, say, okay, month 3, we're going to start reinvesting after everything's paid off. If you are really disciplined in your money and where it goes, it'll be easy and you can do it. Can you read that?
My eyes hurt. So Brittany says she's a grad student, done with classes, still working on a thesis to spare time and work full-time and have 0 savings. I want to do it, but I wondered if I wouldn't have a way to pay it and too much on my plate. So
tell him what Chris does.
I work full time. I'm in the flooring industry. Work for Shaw Industries. So if you need to buy flooring, go through Shaw, number 1 in the world.
We live. This is some trivia for you. 30 minutes north of the carpet capital of the world. Just so you know.
Dalton, Georgia, carpet capital of the world.
That's our claim to fame right there.
So I manage engineers. And then I'm an online professor at University of Phoenix, so a lot of the nights I'm online with different classes that I teach there. Just recently, I was an ecclesiastical leader for our church, recently released from that. So when we started LuLaRoe, I was doing that. So that's really 3, the church and then my job at Shaw were really 2 full-time jobs. And then I had the part-time job with the University of Phoenix. And then we're doing LuLaRoe. And so that...
And I work part-time at my at a dental office. I have 2 kids. And, yeah. Oh, and side note, just recently started training for a marathon. So we're busy.
She did 18 miles on Saturday.
Oh, my gosh.
Go girl. She did awesome. So even amongst all that, I'm finding time to go downstairs. We have the stuff in our basement to post in the pop-ups, and I don't watch TV. A lot less reading than I would. I'd like to do. I listen to audiobooks on my way to work. I have a 30-minute drive to and from work, so I get my reading in then. But it is a time commitment, but even with all that on my plate, I was still able to make time. It's just rearranging some of the priorities and still giving up time to my kids and helping them out, going outside playing basketball, or we have daughters in basketball. We take her all over the place for basketball, so we're still making time for all of that, so not depriving those other responsibilities we have as parents.
And our sponsor has told us that we can start hiring, paying people to do things for us in inventory. And so we've been kind of like, no, we'll do it all. Just until today, and I told Chris, I'm like, you know what? We need help. So let's maybe get someone to take our pictures. Just our pictures, and see how that goes. And that'll just give us a couple hours extra a week that we won't be doing that.
And just saying we need help is, we could bring that level of business down and slow down a little bit, but we want to still keep it at the same level, and even push ourselves more. And so that's why we're considering bringing someone in to help. We
want to expand it more, and to do that, we don't mind. At the beginning, we wanted to do it all ourselves, because we're like, oh, we don't want to pay anything out, because I just thought, oh, that's an extra expense when we could just be doing it. But I think now we're at a point where we realize, we're successful, and we can get help, and and it's fine. So.
And kind of going back to Hannah's question about husbands as well, it's a way to spend time with your wife. We have fun. Just we put music on, and we do the business downstairs, and we have fun together. Mm-hmm. So that's a plus for me. That's a plus. Maybe you don't want to be around your spouse. That's not a plus.
It's a plus for me too.
I like being around her.
And we talk about our future, and we're like, goodness, we'll be able to do this, and there's trips we could go on more. We don't have to save so much up. We can do more things, and we can provide for our kids more, and it's just exciting. It's exciting to see what our future is where it's gonna take us, and so that's why we're really happy with it. What about taxes? Income taxes. We recommend talking to a CPA, and we have one we talk to, and they'll give you your own advice. State tax, LuLaRoe, obviously, since we have to charge tax on our stuff now, they take that out, and they take care of that. But is it federal tax?
Income tax, yeah.
Income tax. That's what we just recommend, talking to someone, and they'll give you all the details and go from there. Just for legal stuff. It's a blast with my hubby. Oh yeah, Hannah, you have fun with Mike. We have fun too. We have a lot of fun, and the kids have fun. And Kinsley's disappointed every time I do a Facebook Live, and it's at night. But I try to do it later, so my West Coast people aren't still at work, but she's in bed, and she thinks it's sad. Okay, what's the best thing about becoming a consultant? Kind of like what we just answered, that we get to, my best thing is back to my why, that I get to help people. And, money isn't everything. Everyone says money isn't everything. Money doesn't make you happy, but you kind of need money. And because we are successful in this, we can, we're able to help more. And I'm excited like I said, which I don't know if I talked to you about it, this today, when I was talking to my mom about the girl that she's got to come home from college because she can't pay for it now. I think that could be one of my whys now, is to help people go to school, And without LuLaRoe, there's no way we can make that possible. We're thinking about our own kids getting into college, but to be able to help other kids go to college besides our own, how exciting is that? And if we didn't have LuLaRoe, we couldn't even think about that. It'd be nice, but we couldn't even consider that. So, without that, we wouldn't be able to do it. And there's a lot of things we wouldn't be able to do. We wouldn't be able to, it's just financial freedom, and to be able to relax, and to be able to help others. All those things, it's because of LuLaRoe.
For me, going back, wanting to own my own business. So yeah, we are under LuLaRoe, but there's a lot of independence that we have and what we can do, and for me, that's fun, of being able to set the goals and shoot for those goals and reach them, and even get higher. And when I first heard about qualifying for a cruise, and you had to get a minimum of 12,000 a month in sales, and I was like, I guess maybe next year we won't be getting on the cruise this year. I didn't think that was possible.
No possibility.
And our second month we hit that, and I was like, what? All right, let's do that next month. I want to, and you have to do it 4 months in a row, and so that was our goal, and we kept surpassing that, getting different tiers, and it's just fun having that, the independence of your own business, and being creative and doing different things, and just driving in my car and thinking about different things we can do. It's fun to think about.
I mean, he's excited about women's clothes. I mean, it is
I'll point
weird.
out to her when we're out or at church or something, hey, she's wearing an Irma, or she's got a maxi on.
And then I'll be like, well, no. And then sometimes it will be LuLaRoe, and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's right. And then I'm like, no, that looks like one. That's an Irma. But I'm like, how does he know the names of them all? He knows the names of all of our lines, and it's so funny. He's just, it's hilarious that he does it. You got the question?
How much do you make per sale, or does it depend? That depends. Just each week we have our own VIP pop-up that we do on Saturdays, and then we'll schedule some during the week multi-consultant sales. You'll see them sometimes advertised. Elizabeth will advertise them on our page. And so it just depends on how many of those we want to do. If we want to schedule an in-home pop-up, or like she just did recently, take our inventory over to the school. So it really just depends. And like we said, our goal is about 3,000 a week. And so we're trying to hit that. So we want to schedule different things throughout the week so we make sure we hit that goal.
Mm-hmm. And I think next month it's going to be bigger, our goal per week. Because this month we surpassed that goal by a lot each week. And it just depends. Like, okay, we did Facebook Live. Was it this week? Or last week? Yeah.
Our leggings and Carly's.
I can't remember. One night we did Facebook Live and we sold 66 Carlys in like an hour and a half. I mean, how crazy is that? And so we thought, and it was funny, the beginning of that Facebook Live, I'm like, okay, Chris, if I could sell 30, I'm going to be so excited. Can you imagine selling 30 Carlys? You know how awesome that would be? And then we sold 66. So, I mean, I don't know if I set 2 minimum goals, but I think 30's tons. So it's just crazy.
And just what Hannah typed on there, so an average consultant sells about 4,000 a month, and so that's, Hannah would tell us those things, and she would tell us her numbers. Those aren't normal, and so that's why we had a goal of $1,000, and then we just pushed ourselves. And like Elizabeth said, we don't feel like we're anything special, and that Cassie says we rock, but
yeah, thanks, Cassie.
we don't feel like we're out there and we're doing anything special. We just hustle, and we push ourselves to do more, and we do it.
And we get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, and like Hannah said, the average person in LuLaRoe doesn't make that. But I'm just like, hey, if that's your goal, we'll show you what we do, you know, but you got to work at it, and then you can get it.
And Pamela says, from that 4,000, how much do you actually get to keep? So it's about half.
It's about half.
Half profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what half would be, about 8,000.
Well, she put 4,000, so
yeah,
about 2,000.
About 2,000 a week. You know, that's crazy.
Oh, 4,000 a month. So 2,000 a month. If it's 4,000 average, so about 2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Average.
So you keep about half, and then you decide that, like, how much you want to reinvest or how much you want to pay yourself.
Yep. So it's.
What's that next? I can't see, guys. My contacts are so. Is there another one?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Okay.
So.
Okay, y'all. Any other questions?
Any other questions?
Well, wait a second.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been really great for us. We, average on our team is way more than double the average. You have a great team when you join with them. Oh, yeah, that's right. So we are on Team LuLaBabes. That's our team. And under Team LuLaBabes is Team Unicorn Wranglers. And I'm sure y'all have heard of them, Phil and Danielle. So it's like Hannah's our sponsor, and she's on Team Unicorn Wranglers. So we're all on the same line. And I think Hannah told me recently that ours is the most grossing team, like makes the most out of LuLaRoe.
No sales.
Most sales. So what you get access, like if you join Team LuLaBees, that's what I'm going to call us, you get access to all of that. So you get access to Phil and Danielle, you get access to Hannah, you get access to all these great sponsors and people that have a wealth of knowledge. Like I just joined quite a few trainings that are going on with Phil and Danielle, Team Unicorn Wranglers, and I'm super excited about because I'm going to get to learn more. And I get that because I joined underneath Hannah. And so all my people that join, that are on my team, get that too. So that's kind of exciting. That's what great about LuLaRoe is. You're part of an amazing team that does really, really well.
Let's see. So, so how many pop-ups a week do you do for that goal of 12,000 a month?
For just 12, probably about 5, 6, 5.
Yeah.
When we make closer to 18, which we've done that the past 3 months, it's more like 6 or 7 a week. And sometimes we have more than one going on at a time, but all that isn't normal. I mean, I know when we listen to our training calls on Tuesday from corporate office, they always recommend doing, one a day or 3 or 4 a week. So we try to make that goal, and then sometimes we just add to it. Like I said, we have a goal, and if we're not close to that goal, we're like, we got to do something to get close to that goal. So that's when we add more. 4 events a week. Yeah.
And then Erica asked that she submitted her paperwork to become a consultant, but hasn't heard back from them yet. How long should I expect to wait? What's the key wait time now?
Is it about 2 months? But I had a LuLaBee sign up, and I think it was 6 weeks, or it might be 6 to 8 weeks. So you should hear soon.
Hannah says 2 months.
2 months, yeah. About 8 weeks.
Let's see. How much on average do you spend on your reorder items?
We've been spending about $2,500 a week. We reorder $2,500 to $3,000 a week, which that isn't, average. I mean, that's what we do. Not the average consultant does that. The minimum you have to order, I remember someone asking that, the minimum you have to order a month is 33 items. And 33 items is probably less than $1,000.
Yeah.
So, like if you don't want it as big as we have it, that's totally fine. But you have to do a minimum of 33 items to get there.
Our goal is to have 10 per size. Let's say for a Carly, we want 10 extra smalls, 10 extra smalls, and then even uniqueness. So sometimes we have doubles or triples or quadruples, and we want to have unique styles. So 10 unique styles or patterns in those sizes. And so when we order, we're trying to order to replenish that or even grow our inventory.
And you know what? In the beginning, we weren't ordering that much because I was like, well, I don't want to order it. What if it doesn't sell? And then my great sponsor, Hannah, gave me a suggestion. She's like, you order more, you're going to sell. And I was like, oh, okay. And so we started ordering more, and that's when our sales increased crazy. And I think it's just because people go to your page and they see all this inventory, and they're like, oh, they know what they're doing. They got their stuff together. And that's when our sales increase the most, is when we have, and when we get the new stuff and whatever's hot, like Carly's are hot right now. So I try my best to make sure I have Carly's at all times. So that's when our sales increased. And I think my people in my VIP know that I'm for real, and this isn't just some side thing I'm going to do, that this is really business for me. So that's what. How much inventory do you keep on hand at all time? It's kind of like what Chris answered. We try to have 10 in each size, in each style, 10 items. So like 10 extra small Nicoles or 10 small Nicoles. And we try to make sure they're 10 individuals. So like say we have a few that could be doubles, and that doesn't count towards our 10. And it took us a little bit to build up to that.
Yeah. Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't have that
No.
instantly. So it took us a few months. And when we add a line, I don't add automatically 10. I might have 5 of each size, and then I slowly add more and more and more. We always reorder what we sell and some. So that's worked great for us.
And Hannah always told us not to spread ourselves so thin. So have lots of lines, but not very deep in those lines. So you have 2 larges and 2 extra larges, and that's it in those sizes. It's better to be deep in fewer lines than broad in lots of lines.
And that way, you touch a lot of different size base, you know. So like curvier ladies are happy because, you know, and then, you know, I don't know who fits into XX small Nicole's. Those things are like tiny, tiny. I'm like, well, I mean, maybe my 9-year-old daughter will. I don't know. Yeah. So that's y'all asked a lot of good questions. Yeah. I hope we answered them well. If you have any other questions, hopefully Facebook doesn't, and we don't have any music playing.
No music playing. So
I mean, that last video was deleted. It wasn't, I'm like, Chris, did I mess that up? But I think it was Facebook deleted.
I had Pandora streaming in the background. And,
I guess they didn't like that.
Yeah.
So.
We got deleted.
No music. But you can answer, you know, ask questions, and how much info do you keep for yourself? Well,
I'm surprised. She actually doesn't keep a lot. I thought when we're going to do this, she's going to pick so many items from downstairs and bring them up. But really, she hasn't.
I've been really good.
She has.
Now, I'll keep ones that, so I can, like, advertise, because I wear more LuLaRoe than I've ever had. Carly's, I've kept a few Carly's, like that
she
one.
Loves Carly's.
The arrow one, gray with pink arrows. I had quite a few people send me messages asking how much I'd sell that when I was wearing to them. And so, of course, Chris is like, sell it, sell it. And I'm like, no. First of all, I love it, and I don't want to sell it, and it's super cute. And second of all, I was a sweaty mess in it during Facebook Live, so no one wants my sweaty dress.
She has a good amount of pieces that she wears here and there.
And you know what? I still buy from other consultants. There's consultants that I still buy from, and it's funny because we'll get a package in the mail, and Chris will be like, oh, is this a return? I'm like, nope, that's what I bought. So I don't get to pick what prints we get. So if I see a print I want, I'm going to get it. So, and I pay retail. I don't ever ask a consultant to charge me cheaper, because that's not right. That's their business. And, you know, we love each other that way. I want the arrow so badly. I know. I know. I wish I'm getting more Carly's.
Maybe they'll come in with the Carly's
tomorrow and Tuesday. So maybe I'll get more, but I'm nervous that print's done. You know, you never know. I've been looking for that. Yeah, I know. I love it. Sorry, guys. Hey, maybe we can do, we can all, like, I'll mail it to somebody, they wear it for a week. Y'all mail it to somebody, they wear it for a week. If we're all the same size. Isn't that a book? The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
Sure.
You probably won't even know that. So, any more questions? I think we answered a bunch of them. We're going to try to do this at least once a month. It's my...
one of our goals.
One of our goals, yeah. And I'm going to write it down. I have a LuLaRoe calendar. And if it's on the calendar, that means it has to happen. And, yeah, just to share our ideas and stuff. If y'all have any other questions, you could...
Mine.
What now?
Oh, Hannah said, what do you wish you knew before you joined? Sorry, Hannah, I just missed that. I didn't ignore it.
Oh, yeah.
What do you wish you knew before you joined?
Okay, well, I'll say this. We've kind of answered this like 10, we've said the same thing over and over. I do wish I knew how successful we would be in it. And, before we joined. I wish I would have known that. I wish I would have, because then it would have made me join sooner. It's one thing.
I'm trying to think. I picked Mike and Hannah's brains quite a bit, trying to answer questions, and
yeah, we didn't walk in blindly at all.
She makes fun of me because I research on things that I'm going to do, or if I'm going to make a purchase, and I don't do any impulse buys, and so I wanted to make sure I knew everything. So I'm not trying to be like, woe me, that I wish I would have known more, but I asked a lot of questions before I started and got them all answered. We'll be straight up honest with you, and Mike and Hannah were honest with us, and I don't know if I have a good answer for that, Hannah.
Well, like I said, I wish we would have known that it's not scary.
Yeah.
Because we were scared. Well, I was scared. I was like, well.
I guess I didn't realize how much fun it'd be.
Well, I wish we, yeah. I mean,
That's
I
a
know
dumb answer,
it is kind of fun. I mean, Chris really likes it. My big thing is I wish I'd have known that it's not scary and that I could do it and I could be successful at it. And if I would have been more confident in the beginning, I would have started sooner. And I really wish I would have started sooner. That's my only regret, is to, I wish I would have jumped in sooner and got it done.
Maybe thinking about that, how to best take pictures. I'm not a photographer, and getting the lighting right, and some of our early pictures weren't the best, and so maybe that would be my answer. Not a very good answer, but it was just playing around with the lights, trying to figure out what the best way to look. And I did research on that, and
yeah, he's really good about all that.
so
Good deal. Thank you for
That's it.
all the great info. Okay, great. All right, guys. I think my contacts are extremely dried out right now. I'm like, I can't even see. It's like a blur.
it's a blur.
If you have any other questions, just PM us, comment. We're here to help you.
Yeah.
We don't think we're any better than anybody or anything like that. So there's no question that's not, the only dumb question is the one you don't ask.
That's right.
It's funny, Kinsley, like my 9-year-old daughter, she'll just ask questions over and over and over. And I'm like, Kinsley, it's enough. Stop. And she's like, but my teacher, I said, she lied. She lied to you because those are all dumb questions, so stop asking. But no, we're for real. We're an open book. We'll
Yep.
tell you. Is there any other? Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank
So-
you. Y'all are, all right.
Thanks, guys.
Love y'all. Thank you so much. And, yeah. Send us messages if you need any more info.
Have a great night.
See ya.